Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting defender, Jim.
Yeah, and that unbreakable spirit is what makes him so special, Peter. He just plays with...
Can he finish? Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
In with the challenge. Over to the left. Cafu makes the interception. Looking for options for movement. Steaming on goalwards. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Maradona. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking to play him in, and he plays one through. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Ribery. Messi! Great effort, but no way through. Messi. Nicely shaped ball. Here comes the corner. And we have our very first corner. And he decides to cross it. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Stoichkov. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. It's a threatening ball. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Hazard. Cristiano takes a shot! They've scored! A goal at a really telling moment. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
There will be 3 minutes.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing, The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome. Decent chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Stoichkov. And that has left him in a heap. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That's been cut out, well played. And this is Messi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that has been clubbed away. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Kimmich. It's a searching pass. Can he get it through? Maradona. Kukçu. Tries to pass it through, and he's in on goal, and a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Shot a goal! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Foden, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. Beckenbauer gets rid without sophistication.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substitution.
That's really well cleared. Kimmich does really well there. He is strong, and that was nowhere near his best. And he's gone looking for safety, and he's only too happy to take that back. Ribery. Oh, this looks sharp.
There will be one.
So just one extra minute for stoppages. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. Well, the permutations are as simple as they are exciting. One remaining shot and they must hit the bullseye. There's nothing quite like last day drama. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening.
Oh, terrible mistake. And that's going to be a goal kick. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to pass it through. He is through here. Oh, important interception. Messi. Now it's Lewandowski. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Stoichkov. And he's there to belt it away. Goes down, but nothing given. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was
Real chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo.
Has a shot! No, he's missed it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Marquinhos spots it and intercepts.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pass somewhat off target. Goes looking wide.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. And Stoichkov! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And across it goes. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Just the keeper to beat! Can he finish? They've scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very... Lewandowski! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To further improve their position of comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
After 40 minutes is number 2.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Xavi. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Shot a goal! He scored! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So is this the start of a comeback? Calafiori. There's the whistle for half-time.
And just a quick reminder today to please drink responsibly. Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach.
There's the shot! Yes! The second half off to a spectacular start. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Stoichkov, great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos plays it short. And the shot! That's a half-decent try. So, third corner of the game. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Now this could... Can he finish? It's in! They have done it! They are level! You raise your game and we raise ours. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's Maradona. Stoichkov.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Oh, no joy this time. Roberto Carlos gets it away. Played out wide. Mbappe finds himself offside.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 71.
Arsenal
97,
choosing to make the first change.
Coming on the field, number 8, Rafinha.
Rice,
Number 7,
who does have an assist to his
Divison.
name. This looks promising. And he's heaved it away. Raul. Roberto Carlos. He's got away. Now this could be a chance. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Lewandowski. Rafinha, Danielson, and he plays one through. Now there's a fine ball, tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Is number 29, Kai Havertz. Substitution.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, it's pretty obvious they have to change their approach if they want this, and they do.
They've played it short. That's an imaginative pass.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go...
Here's a chance! And that's a real chance missed.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
That's a cute ball. That is a brilliant interception. Rafinha receives it in a good position. And the finish! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now. Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
That is ended up in no man's land. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Havertz. That ball looks a good one. And he's managed to get free. Lewandowski goes for a shot! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And that's that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by... So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. He can get that clear. And it's Hullet. Messi. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. A probing pass. That's a smartly directed ball. Maradona. Messi. He's having a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Great ball, and he's Lewandowski! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lewandowski is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Delivered across. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. Messi driving forwards. Roberto Carlos gets good distance on it. Still goalless. Now it's Lewandowski. And this is Maradona. It's run loose here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Conte.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Conte. Williams. Knocks it out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Roberto. There's the header! And again! Raul. Messi. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It's Raul! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He'll try... Oh, he's been caught napping! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's Drogba. Foot in. Hullet, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Now it's Batistuta. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Maradona really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Raul. Raul will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Back into the middle. That's a nicely weighted pass. Pass is just off target. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Roberto Carlos, fired deep towards the back post.
Bangladesh really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Bangladesh clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Lewandowski. Now, can they get it? And the shot! He's scored! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Nico Williams. Number 14, Bellingham. Number 11, Messi.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Hazard.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Can he finish? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Lamine Yamal just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge, and he'll rise to it. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Maradona.
Well, he certainly...
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you.
He's having a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Ball comes in. Keeper has taken decisive action. Messi. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Can he get on the end of this? Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Plays a sharp little ball here. And here's Lewandowski. No, that's been intercepted. Couldn't squeeze it through. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Dida with the clearance. Dida is there to clear. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Stoichkov. That is ended up in no man's land. And that's gone loose. And this is Lewandowski. Maradona has been caught there, it's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. So a chance here, what can they make of it?
It's a very good position, this, and the right distance too. It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
It's a pretty loose pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Xavi is always looking to break lines, and it's Maradona. Now it's Stoichkov. The ball has bounced loose now. And they're quick to get it back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. And no, that was never going to make it. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Substitutions taking place.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Roberto Carlos. Looking for the run. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, just chance for a shot! They've done it! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He's on it, can he get away? Lewandowski, and that is expertly dealt with. Saka gets rid without sophistication. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he's managed to get free. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's...
Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now, can they get him away? And a chance! He scored! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Spread neatly. Messi, he has found the way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Threads one in. And this is Stoichkov. Tries to pass it through.
Birmingham really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Shoots! And yes, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 22.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Number 18, Raul. Coming on the field is...
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
Great chance! He scores! And this is getting better and better. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Has been indicated.
And now he has two. Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Messi.
He's having a good look here.
Well, to be honest, he thrives on this type of opportunity.
Beckham! Decent hit from there. It's a really well-measured ball. Back into the middle. It's a threatening ball. What a save by Diogo Costa! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And a chance! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a shade optimistic. Great vision. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Searching pass he's played there. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Stoichkov. He's being urged to shoot. There's the shot! And he can clear it away. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, shooting! Off the post! Oh, he's been caught napping! Raul. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's burst through! He's found some space. They want to be quick to recover this. And now they can clear their lines. Vitinha. Nico Williams goes on a charge down the left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's there to clear it.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Haaland, distributed tidily. Played out towards the right wing. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Plays a sharp little ball here. That is ended up in no man's land.
Has been indicated.
Played into space. Raul. That's a nicely shaped ball. And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game-changer.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Pass somewhat off target. Roberto Carlos.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Greenwood. Just about within shooting range. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Tries to pass it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Raul. Aimed beyond the defence. Maradona. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, good spread. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Greenwood. That's a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Tries to play it through. Williams! Roberto Carlos clears. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Williams. Cleared away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And that's another good win of the ball. Nico Williams going face-to-face with his great rival. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Maradona. And that has been cleared.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Stoichkov. Number 9, Maradona. Number 18, Raul. Coming on the field, number 4, Erling Haaland. Number 7, Neymar. Number 8, Vinicius Junior.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos with the short one.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he's managed. Shot, surely! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Now it's Camavinga.
2 added minutes.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And here's Camavinga. And that is expertly dealt with. He's having a go! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable sometimes. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. And this is Lewandowski. Not the most accurate pass. Roberto Carlos. Drogba. Nicely weighted ball. He has found the way through.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Drogba. And he was quick to react. Neymar.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's been caught napping. Dida gets it away. Xavi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, he's been caught on it. Shot a goal! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Looking to play him in. Oh, this ended up in no man's land. Xavi. And this is Lewandowski. Saliba. And it's Neymar. Played back in. Neymar. Rafinha. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Knocks it into space. Raul. Drogba. He won't be happy with that one. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? Camavinga. Saliba. Camavinga. And it's Neymar. Rafinha. Maradona. And that's been won straight back. Oh, he's onto this. He can get that clear. Oh, that's a key interception. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Well timed. Excellent interception. Turns back here, probably the best option. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
And the action is back on the way. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. That pass has been well intercepted. And he's takes a shot! It's loose, and that's another chance! And that certainly packed a punch. Manchester United with the corner, they're first. That's a decent clearance. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the... Oh, shooting chance! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
No, no way through. Now it's Drogba. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar purring through the gears.
That's exactly what they need to keep.
Lewandowski! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And that was nowhere near his best. Played into space. It's a mighty effort! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Great vision. Memphis Depay. Now there goes for a shot! It's Asa! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Messi. He is through here! Drogba! And that would have won it.
Drogba really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Baresi.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's got away. He's in a great position here. And Messi! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Engages and forces him off the ball. Xavi. That's a nicely weighted pass. Chance! And that is quite wonderful! He's got himself an absolute peach. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
Number 9.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Maradona really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
Lewandowski! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Manchester United really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Vinicius Junior. Number 14, Park Ji-sung. There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the number on the board is 3. That's a nicely shaped ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind.